Sorry guys for the last minute camera adjustments. Oh dear God. There we go. There we go. Whew. I think I'm a minute early, so hope not cutting into anyone else's time. Oh. Let's see who's here. Oh wow, whole gang. Hey Amy, Color Guppies, Sandy, Pam, Kenny E. You guys got a nice conversation going. Poisi, Pose. I need to learn that pronunciation. Glad you're here. Dave. Anthony. William. Alex. Steele. Sharon. Diego. Gang, there's a gang here. Awesomeness. Dan Slee. Lurkin. Bill, the Kaler's Aquatic Show. Thanks, Bill. Okay. You know, we have the situation that if I'm reading, I can't. You guys can't see me, or you're looking at my nose. So nice. Trying to use my gimbal today, but somehow not getting it quite. There, let's leave it alone. I just posted a video about Nelson, the blue tongue skink, so I'm getting pop-up messages about that. Appreciate them. Hey, Kent. Gary's. Awesome. Some people here I haven't seen in a little while, too. So that's awesome. Yeah, we have mods here. Sandy, Anthony, maybe somebody else. Maria Z messaged me a little bit ago to let me know she had to work over, so she couldn't join us. So that was nice of her to let me know that Maria's a keeper, you know it. So we're kind of braced here in Southeast Tennessee, North Georgia. I'm literally 20 minutes from the Georgia line, 25 on the interstate. Prepared for the rain and maybe some wind and stuff from the storm. You know, you never know. The hurricane, that is. So we're supposed to have rain starting anytime, actually, and go all night and most of tomorrow, which we desperately need. And we're almost in a drought here. No fires or anything, but leaves are falling early, and so we can use some rain. Usually when it rains this time of year, it'll really make the colors pretty too on the leaves, like a last hurrah. I see Tibby going across the top of the marine tank back there, which he's forbidden to do because the plexi lids on that are not real stable, and he could fall in there. Plus he can't drink that water, of course. Thanks, Sharon. Chattanooga Ed. Got a really nice group of who's who here, let me tell you. Who's who? How's the football going, Ed? As the official, I probably should check in as the referee. Oh, you're on the road, so I can't say hi to everybody. You will when you get home. You don't want to flip over. Come on, Ed. Come on, Ed. Yeah, I'm going to leave that alone. If I lean on the desk, that kind of puts me in the middle. And I see Tibby got down. I think what he's doing is I had a 55-gallon tank sitting at the end of the what about football? Bentley, they've got a what's it called? Fantasy football team, and I'm supposed to be the referee, and I don't know what's going on with it right now. Anything going on with it, Ed? Bentley's interested. And good to see you, Bentley. Let's see. Carrie, hey, I almost didn't see you. It's really nice when people welcome each other. So if you miss someone, and it's really easy to, those of you that have used your phone know how this is, and especially if you have bifocals. So Sterling's doing fine. I'm afraid Sterling is a little bit cowed down by Carrot, the one that hopefully is a female. Because Carrot, I need to do a little video about that. Carrot wolfs her food down, and it's usually a half-thawed bloodworm square, and then goes over to watch Sterling, because Sterling likes to let his melt, or not melt, but thaw completely, and fall one bloodworm at a time to the bottom, and watches them fall, and then goes over and picks them up. So they're totally different, and that kind of spooks him a little bit. I think that she does that. So, hey, Foxies, welcome. Just making sure I haven't missed anyone else here. If I have, I apologize. Rico Stan, howdy and welcome. Chewy. Yeah, and we're going to get right to it also, Chewy. Glad you're here. Hey, JH. Just off work. It's a good feeling. A good feeling to be off work. I've also got not an unboxing, but it's actually from Priscilla. It's the art from the recent auction that her and Pam had. Pam's not able to drive, so I know she hasn't been able to mail any of her stuff. She's not been able to get up in her truck due to her injury. But this is Priscilla's part, and it was supposed to come yesterday, she said, but it came late today. Actually about 30 minutes ago. So I'm going to open that at some point and show that. But yeah, I just thought it'd be a cool topic to kind of look back. There are lots of places that are doing online. I mentioned Get Gills because for a long time, probably 3 or more years, I followed Dan. I think he told me I'm like subscriber number 8 to his channel. But I really liked his plans and his message from the start. So I followed him, and I followed his store, and I really like how the percentages, which are less than 1% of fish that get into trouble or come in with an issue. And that's just incredible that you have 99+%, fish that come in alive and free of disease and symptoms and all that. So that's awesome. Thanks for the hygrophila. All my tanks are jam-packed with it now and still producing. Awesome. I've got to get me a couple pieces out of there that came out of the Fahaka puffer tank and see if I can find some floating in there, and I want to root some in like my new rainbow tank, because it's a nice long stem plant, and that 55, it'll have lots of room to grow. So awesome. Glad it's doing good. You're going to talk about an online shipment on my stream tomorrow, but only because it's of a bad shipment today. Well, save it, Dave. I'll be watching you too, so don't spill all your beans here. But yeah, so I've had really, really amazing experience with Dan's, and the more places that I've tried, for instance, Guppy Boy is one that I tried recently, and he's a fairly new channel, and I had heard he got recommended to me by YouTube, and then I'd heard a couple people go back and mention how well their fish were doing and stuff. So I got some rainbows from him, and I got some blue-eyed yellow plecos, a trio of those, and they're doing great. And I also got my pair of gold blue Japan guppies, and they're juveniles, but they're doing great and just gorgeous. They're doing great. They're in with a beta that I had to pull out of my beta tank. Hey Amber, just saying I had to pull one of my betas out, one of my males, because he was picking on the others, so I put him in a tank with some guppies. But anyway, so that was another good experience. But I'd just like to know kind of what your experiences have been with shipping, and especially with the COVID virus and all that. It really is an asset to be able to go out and have a place, hey Leah, that you can get healthy fish from, and not have to worry about that. We see lots and talk. I got to shoot a couple of videos, including a thank you for Davo. We unless we know our fish store and we know that they quarantine fish, and how they quarantine and what quarantine means to them, we can run into those issues with fish even several weeks or a few months down the line before symptoms show if they haven't been treated for parasites. And we assume that all fish that come from, a mass situation where there are just hundreds or thousands of them in tanks, and especially if they're wild caught, that they're going to have some parasites. It's just inevitable. So Bentley says makes the cheaper shipping options almost impossible. It was before that. Yeah, that's true, Bentley. And even back in the summer, I stopped using USPS because I lost, I think, 8 pairs of rainbow cichlids. One particular trio was out 8 days before it finally landed, and not that far away from me, just Tennessee to Texas. And of course, they were all soup. So I had to go back and replace all those. So it really depleted my stock. So I had to take them off the store. And now I'm down to trying to rebreed those. So Leah says she's never ordered fish online. I've ordered shrimp 2 times from a direct breeder. I did order fish like they do it from YouTube connections. Yeah, I agree, Leah. It's always good to ask people, who would you ask? I mean, who would you order from? Who have you had a good experience with? That kind of thing. From people that have. I agree. Rickleston says, I'm very new to the hobby, but have had great luck with shipping. Just got some cherry shrimp from, I can't pronounce that. It's supposed to be Aquahuna, I think. Yeah, Aquahuna today. And I got guppies from our fish collective. Awesome. So there's a couple of good recommendations right there. you want to sell fish online, Alex, but in case you do it wrong, hate to kill fish that I sent to someone. Yeah, I think we all go through that every time we ship fish, and we also all have to go through the first shipments. The very first fish that I shipped was a very large filament barb, a female. Jeremy, Sergeant Tanks, had males but no female, and he wanted to breed them. And so I told him no, I wouldn't sell him one, but I'd give him one. So in return, he said he'd send me some fry, which he did, and they're adults now. But so obviously the fish made it there. But like the day after she got there, she spawned. But it was the first time I shipped, and that I want to say that was 3 or 4 years ago, because I had never shipped before then, never ever. And of course, it had to be somebody that was high profile, well known in the hobby, and a lot of people knew that we were doing that little project together. So yeah. But I got through it. I made some mistakes, and I learned from them. But she got there, and it didn't leak. So a lot of people don't know. One of the most common things, order from Dan's, Bob, and HCotic, they all come good. Yep, I've got from Dan, also Steam Pot. I've also got from Jesse, and all of them were good, I agree. I have also got from Wet Spot, Sharon. I have not Aquatic Arts. I just find them to be a little pricey, and their shipping's a little more than I want to pay. But yeah, I'm hoping USPS will get better for us. There are a lot of good, Alex, though, there are a lot of good videos out there. Yeah, Amber, that was awesome, because Lucas does an awesome job shipping. That's another one that I've got fish from, and that I have had really good experience. And some of the fish I got from him were $60 per fish. The Goldie Adakai, some of those guys, and made it fine. So, yeah, there are lots of good people out there to learn from. And Alex, watch some videos. Dan has some really good videos about shipping. Lots of people do. Just, go on and Google, or not Google, but search on YouTube, and, find a system that you're real comfortable with and that works. But the main thing is you don't want leaky bags, and you want to double your bags. I've found that's the most common thing with new people, is they forget to double their bags, and the bags aren't sealed well. So a lot of fish can puncture those bags, or the bags under pressure, will develop a leak. And if it does, you're going to lose your fish. So, and it actually is a requirement by UPS, USPS, all of them, that you double bag fluids. So. Hey, Dirty Platty, one Dirty Platty, welcome. And also, Because You're Fish, welcome. Seth did a really good video the other day about his fish room, and I think I shared that to FishTubers Facebook. Pretty sure that was Seth. Yep. How most of you don't know. It's easy to forget. Good. Well, Yazzie knows I'm streaming, so he's barking and barking and barking. So rather than have this follow me, I think I'll walk away, which you never do in a live stream. Yeah, they hear that your little one, that's Yazzie. He's learned like on Wednesday night, and he knows that I'll be watching Pam, and he insists on sitting in my lap and watching that. And if she, if that's a night she has me come up with her, oh, he's in heaven, because he sees us both on the computer screen, and he loves to sit there and watch us. So, and he loves Pam's voice, but he knows I'm streaming in here. So I'm going to walk away, which you never do in a live stream. But, we don't want to listen to that for 45 minutes. So it won't take me but 1 minute. Be right back. Oh, wait. Maybe a little more than one. stay in here with your pop. My goodness. My goodness. What a feisty boy. What a feisty boy. Okay, I'll let him come in here with me so maybe he'll settle down. Hopefully. Chewy, what do you think about the online stores, and have you purchased anything online? What's your experience been? Yazzie? Yazzie? Good boy. Yeah, the same here, John. I used to have 6, but I just have 5 now. Lost one of my dogs back in February. You don't want me to hold you for 30 minutes, no. And guys, you're free, of course, obviously, to talk about anything you'd like to. And also, if anybody would like to come up and talk rather than type, I'll put the link in the chat. I think I know how to do that now. Oh, Sandy, you saw him? Yeah, I was over there an hour and a half ago under the guise of taking some food over there, but we really didn't need it. But to see the puppies, here we go. That video really didn't come out as well as I wanted it to do. Okay. I think I'm back. You're right. I did touch the wrong button. The buttons really aren't labeled very well. No, Yazzie's not up here. I can't blame it on Yazzie. I think I'm back. Can you guys see and hear me? Yeah, we're back. Awesome. I'm trying to get that comment off the screen. So that's what I was, when I hit that comment to remove it, the options are removes from screen. So that's not the one to touch. Exit solo layout, which there's nobody here with me, so, or mute. So those are my 3 options. So I'm not sure how to get that comment off the screen. No idea. My blind cat knows when I watch streams, and she insists on. Yeah, Dharma's already tried to get over here on me. Amy, she's already walking around. She's playing with Yazzie. They're running around. Yeah, Jesse is awesome. He really is. Hey, Larry. Welcome. If anybody doesn't know, Larry got his 1K. And so he's a member of the 1K club now. He just had a video up updating. He does a lot of things. He does tasting of hot sauces, and I mean serious tasting. He does a lot of horror stuff. He does figures, collects things. So he's really got a good channel, and of course he has his fish. So check him out. Okay. Well, any other thoughts about the shipping? With such, I just feel like with such limited options right now, uh, it does give us a lot more options, but then the issues with the postal service, can complicate that. So it's always something, huh? Always. Yeah, the dogs are barking in protest now back there because I brought Yazzie out here. And the parakeets fuss at them when they bark. Had 4 good orders. Oh wow, discus, African chocolate cichlids, and pleco. Can you say, John, where you got them from? If you don't, that's fine, of course. If you'd rather not. That's one of the options. It's a multiple choice. You'd rather not. Oh, are you talking to me to keep you awake on the drive home? I'm surprised because usually I put people to sleep. And speaking of that, right after us, we have Rob 93. And as all of you know, that anyone that's been there know, Rob is a really high energy young man. And his co-host is Ozzy from All In Tanks, Tiffany and Ozzy. And they have a great show. So check them out right after this. We'll post a link. You're finally home, Ed. Where were you traveling from, Ed? If I can ask. And one of the multiple choice answers is none your business. Do I believe it will affect it? Yeah, it definitely will. Especially in those areas. It's affecting shipping. We know that already. I haven't heard of anybody in the fish fam or any hobbyists or that oh good, Amy. Yeah, it's an awesome channel. I haven't heard of anybody that lost their fish room or had damage due to a fire. I mean, directly affected like that. Yeah, I think back, and I think it was 3.5 years ago, I had 8 tanks, and it seemed like a lot. And right now I have, 46 freshwater set up, and got into salt since then, and I think I have 6 salt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 salt. Yeah, one of them being behind me there. So, what is that? 50 tanks? I don't know. It's a bunch of tanks. Thank you, Sandy. Sandy's posting the link there to Rob 93. Oh, some organic soil. I've got a big bag of it in my garage that I never did use this summer. So I've got it put to the side for a later project. Hey, Neurotic Aquatic. Welcome. Doing great. Just having a little ramble here and hanging out with friends. Got a loose topic of, buying fish online and our experiences with that. But what's up with you? How are you doing? I'm a new subscriber to Neurotic Aquatic, so guys, check him out if you have not. Oh, were you able to find that adapter, Ed? Awesome. eBay from a farm in Florida. Trying to think in Florida. but it could be any of the big ones. I've also bought from the tilapia. I think it's the tilapia farm. That's where I got my big hoplo cats from a couple of years ago. And I ordered 3, and it was hot, hot, hot in the 90s. And they all came in alive, but one of them didn't make it, the smallest. They were little fingerlings. Now they're big, huge. The other 2 did fine, and they're in with Dharma the Vahaka, and hold their own with her. So that's another one. You didn't find it? That's weird, Ed. A new sink? Okay. You probably come out cheaper just getting the faucet changed out on it instead of a whole sink. You can't just change the faucet out on it. Some of those faucet kits are like $100. I know because I have a nice one sitting below my kitchen sink, and I can't get anybody to change it out. Thanks, Neurotic. This is my living room, or what used to be the living room, and I never used it. So I'm trying to get a lot of the tanks out of my bedroom and out of my kitchen and breakfast areas so that I can utilize that back there. So gradually pulling things out here. Thank you, Gary's. Your sink sucks, so you want one anyway. Darlene went to Petco last night. Got 8 Harlequin Reservoir. They were dead by the time I got home. 5 minutes away. Man. Darlene, did they put any of that stuff they squirt in the water? I see them do that, like conditioner. Hey, Joe. Welcome. Yeah, I don't have cable TV. I just have internet for email and YouTube and Wi-Fi, that kind of stuff. I haven't had cable in a long time. Joe, I'm doing great. How are you doing? You need to make some fish videos, Joe. Put bar stools around them. That's kind of what I've got at my eat at bar in the kitchen now, and there are 2 tanks on it. So. I don't know. What do you guys think about Darlene's question there? In 5 minutes, it's not even enough time for them to get hot or cold, so, but they were dead before you even open them. I did, Alex. The 2 behind me are racks that I had built. Right there is, that's a 180. So that's a heck of a rack. And then that's a 125. Nice rack there. And then I have some racks that I've bought and put together, metal racks. In fact, I have one sitting in a box blocking my kitchen door, my garage door. The cats jump on it and it slides over. So I've got that one to put together. Also to put in here, but I have to move some furniture. So still trying to get nieces and nephews and sisters and grates to take all my old entertainment center stuff. When I bought this house 20 years ago, I put an entertainment center together and got all these things that were still popular back then, even cassette tape. I got a cassette deck, I got CD, I got video, UHS, I got everything. I got every kind of unit and put on there and have really nice speakers and all that. I don't want any of that anymore. Haven't used it in probably 18 years, but guess what? Nobody wants it. And the TV is new, but it's one of those old heavy dinosaur TVs, you know, that are like 3 feet deep. I hear they're good to play games on, but all of my nieces and nephews, I'm told, have TVs in their room, smart TVs. So I'm still trying. I'm going down the line trying to get rid of the stuff because I hate to give it away or pawn the stuff. I really just want somebody to come and get it. So, hey, Victor, welcome. Well, yeah, they have a great return guarantee. I think it's 2 weeks at Petco. But still, did they have any idea what happened, Darlene? Jogging home? Ed wants to know if you were jogging, Darlene. And guys, I don't have any cool cups. What does this say? Casper's Monogram Vacuum Pack Coffee. It's just a cup from Walmart or dollar store or something. But it's the size I like. I need to get a cup for my channel. I had a couple of people say that. I'd like to have one for me. Well, but how, Alex? Because they were still in the same bag, and they were transported there, so they must not be that frail. I know, but you know they were knitted out of a tank somewhere and put in bags and coolers, probably, you know, styrofoam coolers and boxes, and shipped to there and unboxed and all that. It just didn't seem like. Yeah, the tilapia store. Yeah, I used to see him in the streams and stuff, unless I've forgotten his name. They did a good job with them, but we had a little bit of communication. I remember that, but otherwise, it did a great job. So good to hear that that was your experience too. There's Chevy Fish. Welcome, Chevy Fish. Apologies for getting you another job, Chevy Fish. I volunteered Chevy for to mod in who was it? Big J's stream the other day. He has several mods, but I was the only one in there, and Chevy does a great job with modding. So I just volunteered her, and Big J hired her on the spot. Oh no. Careful driving, Ed. What am I eating tonight? I'm on diabetic stuff, but I'm finding a lot of good stuff that I can eat. And I'm trying to just mostly eat snacky stuff because they want me to eat 4 or 5 small times a day. So I'm trying not to like eat a meal unless that's once a day, because you wouldn't know it by my size, but I'm not a big eater. I'm really not. So it's just being immobile and my age and that kind of stuff. Same thing that happens to a lot of old people. So can't get out and walk and exercise like I'd like to with my hip and now a knee and blah, blah. Who cares, you know? PB Aquatics. Howdy. Howdy, howdy. Have a really nice group of people, I'm telling you. But that sounds good, Gary. I'll be over there shortly. Actually, I couldn't eat the potatoes. Couldn't eat the rice if I'm sticking to my diet. I could have the pot roast and I could have the peppers and onions all day long. So. Oh yeah, Chevy does a great job. Well, that's why I mentioned, because Chevy kind of mods wherever she's at anyway. I mean, you can't post links and stuff unless you've got the wrench, but there's a lot more to posting links than that. Welcoming people and helping to answer questions, and if it's like with me, bringing stuff to my attention that I've missed, which is frequent. Cooked roast and potatoes, carrots, onion, and gravy. That sounds good too. Really good. So I could have the roast, I could have the onion, and that's it. basically a lot of the stuff that's underground, I can't have that. It's a pretty simple potatoes and carrots, which that's the stuff I like. So it's not much fun. I'd rather hold this and make you guys seasick than sit it down. Awesome. We've got an open invitation there, guys. I know. I just had a cup of coffee. It's mostly decaf though this time of day. I like to mix my coffees together, so I have about a teaspoon of Starbucks, which you can get at Walmart at the same cost really as basic coffee, and then some Dunkin' Donuts decaf, and I mix it about half and half, and it's really good. And I get half the caffeine, I guess. I think I used to see coffees that had like 50% decaffeinated and stuff, but I don't see those anymore. So I have to mix my own. Guys, I'm still planning to go over and video Ed's fish room, have him narrate and take me on a tour when it is ready. Chief Reaper. I think I said that correctly. Chief Reaper. Anyone have any ideas on what I can feed ram's horn snails? That's a good question. Rico Stan. Really enjoy watching you and James. Always a good time. Yeah, they have a great thing going. They really do. I didn't get over there to bother y'all Saturday. I can't remember what. Oh, you're streaming at the time I'm at the Ark, and I forgot to even go on. I was playing with those little puppies. Imagine that. Not really playing with them, but oohing and ahhing and making my own little personal pictures and stuff. Holding their mom. Their mom loves to be held, Coco. So that's what I was doing, playing with dogs. I have kennel duty over at the Ark shelter on Saturday night. So that's where I was, and I just forgot about you. Forgot all about you guys this Saturday. Ooh, Amy has shrimplets. What kind? I forgot what you got, Amy. Are they the red cherry or the yellow? I've forgotten now. Nick AM didn't lie there. Once they're burnt, they're burnt. Mickey M, are you talking about Darlene's situation with the Rasboras, or in general? I might have missed it, something that led up to that. Ed said he added a ton more right now. All right, Ed. I bet you have those plexiglass that you and I got from Aquatic Aesthetics. Uh-oh, Chevy Fish has got a record now, something on her permanent record. Believe it or not, I got put in timeout on Ohio Fish Rescue's channel by Adele for thanking everyone for their super chats. Asked why she timed. She said I didn't have to thank. Ooh, sounds like somebody Okay, well, I'll just bite my tongue on that one. That's kind of self-explanatory. Somebody's a little threatened there. I always appreciate any help when I'm modding. I always appreciate any help, and I often will thank. I know I've thanked you many times, Chevy Fish, for doing stuff like that. So, um, those are the kind of things that make people consider, if they've got options, whether they want to go back to a stream or not. I love Big Rich, and I love his channel, and I love what he does. Basically, he's doing with the fish what I'm doing, and the group I'm with is doing with dogs and cats. And I did talk to one of the board members while I was there today about starting to do some fish rescue, and he was excited about that. I mentioned that the tanks would have to be larger, and that would be hard for me, and he said he had it covered. So we may be doing some fish rescue. We don't have anything near here like that. Over where Ed lives, about an hour drive from me to a place called Ponds and Plants, and a lot of the local shops that can't take stuff or don't want to take stuff that someone wants to bring back will refer people to Ponds and Plants. So I don't know how many of those make that over there. It's reptiles and all kinds of critters. It's a really cool place at Ponds and Plants, but they don't have a huge fish area, but they do have lots of tanks. So we're thinking about doing something like that at the Art because there's nothing right in this area. We'll see. We're going to explore it a little bit more. I'm sure. Yeah, she may be wondering if you're looking to be a mod. I'm trying to put myself in her place. She may be wondering if you're bucking to be a mod there, and so she's threatened by that. It's her territory. It's her game. I can't think of any other reason that she would care. I don't have any issues with Adele, but she's never been overly friendly to me, and honestly, that's one reason that you don't see me there that much. There are other places to be that are really friendly. Yeah, and as you know, Chevy, you're not modding there, but modding is something that is pretty much thankless. I mean, people say thank you, and you're one that always says thank you, mods, at the end of every stream, which is very nice. But I recently had an awful experience with that, and basically somebody screamed "F you" in my name, and it kind of upset me that the only concern was getting that comment off, but nobody put the person in timeout, nobody banned them, nobody, it still bothers me. And, I hate to be in streams with that person because, I just know they're volatile. And I have a job to do. I'm not a hard ass by any means. Oops. I can tell you one thing, Candy puts up with a whole lot less foolishness than I do. And Candy basically trained me. I mean, that's who I followed, and try to be as much like as possible. I certainly don't have that speed, but yeah, it's just not right that somebody can do that and not be dealt with. Anyway, it just encourages that kind of thing too. So yeah, I don't blame you, Chevy Fish. So hey Tim, Bob has hormones in his tap water. Good vibes. All right. What are you up to today, Tim? Rounded Rod is another great channel. Very knowledgeable. He's one of the OG fish keepers, breeders. Lots of good information on that channel, guys. Yeah, it's true, neurotic, aquatic. Well, and a lot of people don't realize I'm not so much that way. I don't think I've ever given any instruction or request or anything except to say, would somebody share a link? But a lot of people, especially bigger channels, tell their mods what they want done in the background and to ban people if they do this or if they do that. And they give you direction, and they want the chat handled the way they would handle it if they could. And I understand that. And so a lot of times you're acting not just out of YouTube guidelines and rules. You're doing what that person wants done. That's doing the stream. So anyway, how do we get off on that? Yeah, there are a lot of miserable people. You're right. But it's discouraging when you do your job and then they get away with it, and you don't get an apology, you don't get anything, you don't get good job, nothing. So it's stuck in my craw, as Granny used to say. I'm still chewing on it. But I'll get over it. It's just I know that person's going to do, and in fact they do pick at me still, and they had for a long time. They had picked at me for a long time. And so when I, brought up what they were doing, 2 streams consecutively, and made one remark to them, they cussed me and said that and left the stream. So they'll do it again. That's a good idea too, Mick. Maybe they were in the process of doing a water change. That would definitely. Oh, Rico Stan, it's a guy, and yeah, that's what I had been doing, and had been ignoring stuff, and then just gently saying, they would get all in my business. I've got a lot of friends on here, people that I consider dear friends, and that I have a history with and cut up with, and we support each other. And he would get involved in things like that, conversations, and I basically just had to say, this is my friend, and it's none of your business, So I'm yeah, karma is a bitch. So, it's okay, Chevy Fish. It's just been bothering me a lot lately because they're still just partying on and making their little comments and little snide remarks and stuff, just enough to fly under the radar. So, but they'll do it to, some other mod that, I didn't feel comfortable banning them or doing anything since it was me and them. But I can tell you, Candy would have done it in a heartbeat, or a Zen Ginger. In a heartbeat. Yeah, you do, Tim. You do. You do. Nobody ever wants to be a mod after this, huh? Well, I really don't want to be a mod when that person's in those streams. But, I've committed to people to do it and to help, so. Epistogramma calendari. That's a new one on me. I'll have to check that out. Do I know what hours are open on Monday for you to do live streams? I'm hoping for 7 p.m. Larry, I don't. Yeah, well, they're up in your chat every night, Pam, sucking right up to you and, and making their little comments to me, so I just have to skirt around it. So they're up in your chat they'll be there tonight. Uh, but yeah, Pam would have too. Should have banned the rest. Thank you, Pam. Tell us how you feel. I love Pam. Yeah, Pam was one of the friends I was talking about, and he would get in our business and tell me, "Don't say that to Pam." Pam and I, we love each other. I mean, dear God, mind your business. Yeah, I hate drama too, Anthony. I hate it. But some people, that's all they have. That's all they have. Larry D, go over to Facebook. I don't know if you're on Facebook or not. I can't remember. But go over and look at Fish Tubers notifications. And up at the top in the, there's an area up at the top. That's where you need to look and you'll see. I need to check that out, folks. Um, you're not Pam? Okay. I don't blame you. You want me to stream your time and have you on? I'm teasing. But yeah, Larry, go over there and look at the schedule. It should be up at top. Brandon does a really good job with posting that. When we get into issues is when people don't tell him they're not streaming or it gets changed and no one tells him. So the same with over at Fishing Fever on their website. You could go over there and check Fishing Fever. James has a website and you could check over there. And I think Streetwise, Jason keeps that side up or keeps that resource up. So Sandy Dowdy said, yes, Bob. Oh, talking about me streaming tonight. No. I was just teasing Pam. Oh, no. So, guys, check out Pam's channel and go up the top to the tabs, and she's got the community page. I didn't know those were up there for like 2 years, and I use them now occasionally, but go over there and if you want to see her arm. You should. You should stream. Yeah, well, when you're comfortable, that's the thing. You just do what you enjoy. I wasn't sure that I wanted to do a scheduled live stream like this because I may post 3 videos in a day. I already did one today just before this, but I like to do spontaneous things. Every room I go in, except one bedroom and one bathroom, doesn't have fish or dogs or cats or birds or lizards or snakes but mostly fish. So there's always something going on. You know, somebody spawning, somebody fighting, something. So it's just a real spontaneous thing for me. So I wasn't sure I would like the scheduled stream. But so far it's worked out okay. I have my ups and downs about it. So the group that I have that comes in, you guys are awesome. So thank you, Sandy. Sandy's got that posted there for us. And I closed my tripod up. So again, I have no clue what time it is, but I imagine it's getting around time for me to get my. You couldn't do any drawings for giveaway, but you know, you don't have to just stream to give stuff away. Pam always likes to give her drawings away, and we love her drawings because she's very talented. And where is one of my Pam drawings? I had been putting stuff away so that I could get things organized. Oh, I know what I did. I put them all in a card here. But this is one of Pam's drawings here. Yeah, and she does like 3 giveaways on Wednesday night. Every now and then she'll have an auction, and you can, as a fundraiser for herself or somebody, and so you can also get them that way. So I guess I should open Priscilla's art. try not to move this camera any more than I need to. But this came from another artist. For you guys that may not know, dear God, it's Priscilla, and she's up in Colorado. And I didn't even know if I hid my address or not, but I always accept candy and money and art. So my address popped up there. Making sure this is empty. This just came before I started streaming. And this was from an auction the other night. Some of you guys were there. Priscilla's got this stuff packed up very well. And you're probably not going to want to sit here and watch me. I told her that it came. Well, if you can't drive to the post office, what are you going to do? What are you going to do, Pam? You'll get it out. You always do. But yeah, this is stuff from the auction that Pam and Priscilla did, and that was for primarily for DPK Carlos, a friend of ours. And if anybody has Carlos' link and wants to put it up there, feel free to. But there's Priscilla's, Jesus, the mind sticker. And she has an online store. Speaking of that, I haven't ordered from her, but I know people that have, and they've had a great experience. She mostly has shrimp. You're going to die when you see this. Get around so I can see. I wish I knew how to get that comment off there. I don't either. It's on my computer, not on here. Yeah, that metal arc is. Yeah, Pam's stuff, she hates for people to say it because it looks better than a picture, but people often say it looks like a picture, and it doesn't. It actually looks better than a picture. Alrighty. This is all Priscilla's stuff. I believe that's Murphy. Thank you, Sandy. Sandy's got it. Bob, click on another comment, then click it again. Thank you. Anthony knows. Anthony streams a lot, so thank you, Anthony. If I can remember that next week. This Sunday I don't stream. I do every other Sunday with Haley, and it's her turn this week. If she doesn't, I will go, but I'm sure she's got something great. Oddball Aquatics. This was in the auction as well, and this was. I don't want to take it out of there, but I may have to. This was for one of the events. Anthony may have to help me again, but this is freshwater, tropical, and Priscilla did a poster. Hey, Calypsos, welcome. And Priscilla auctioned this, and we tried to get her to auction. There's a mate to it, a pair, I guess. It's the marine. I hope y'all are seeing some of that. I'm having to hold it at a weird angle, as you can see. It is gorgeous. Yeah, both Pam and both Priscilla. But anyway, Anthony even tried to help me get her to auction it, and she wouldn't, but you know, I got her number. So after the auction, I was able to make a deal with Priscilla, and I got the other one. And of course, that money also went for the cause. So that's the marine. So those are a pair. Hey, Colette, welcome. Yeah, that dog face pepper's cool. I don't know if she showed this one or not. She just said there was one. Yes, Colette. Yep, yep. I told her she didn't want to split them up. Blah, 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 blah. It took some convincing. And I'll keep them together, of course. Hey, Joey, welcome. No, Jess, I'm sorry. I always do that with you and Joey. Always. Your channels are nothing alike. So thank you, Priscilla. Thank you. That option was to help Carlos, like I said, and his link's in the chat. I don't have anything to auction off here, but if anybody wanted to help him, he still needs it. He's in the hospital, I heard right now. I think Susan said that on her stream yesterday. And has some injuries, but not too bad. But he was in a car wreck, is what I think I heard Susan say. So, is it 8 o'clock? Because I'm seeing all of these things pop up. So is our time over? I didn't see Rob yet, but I could have been looking away. No, not at all, Alex. Not at all. Can't sing, can't dance. I can twerk. That's an old joke. Can't draw. Keep a fish or two sometimes. Keep some puppies. Is it time to head over to Rob's? Anybody that's got a clock? I keep saying I'm going to put a clock in here because I can't see the time when I'm doing that. Yeah, that dog face is really, really cool. I hadn't seen the marine, but I'm glad I got it. I hope not. It's not on my end, not buffering here. It could be that I put my head up there by it. Rob's on now. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'm going to be over at Rob's, so I'll see you. How do you make content for just 3 tanks? Oh, I don't have just 3 tanks. These are just the 3 behind me. I've got about 50 tanks. Yeah. All right, I'll see you guys at Rob's. There's one sitting here with me. There's one over there. There's one I'm stocking tonight. And that's just this room. So see you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you, mods. Appreciate you very much.